And these are the things that I see.
What's up, y'all?
My mama, she told me, she said, no,
It's Funky Friday, baby. That's right. Fall into nature. Yeah, that's right. We live with five with Darius H. Daniels, DJ Tomasina with the queen in the background. Y'all check it out. Come on. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Look at the sun. Look at the sun. Yeah, you see the sun. Yeah, I want y'all to get all that sun. Ow.
And no matter what you read or see on TV, it always deals with you. So be patient, unbelievable, and please be kind. Keep discrimination and discipline in the back of your mind. And be lovable and understanding and obedient to your truths. 'Cause these are the only real. Oh, these are the only real. Hey, these are the only real. Oh, these are the only real.
All right. Yeah, that's Queen Ayasudebe Earth Blessings Royal Court Orchestra. This is Darius A. Stanton. This Funky Friday, and we are getting ready to go all the way up for straight into health. That's right. I am so excited today. Look, it's all kinds of crazy news going on. God knows, bless our children that are dealing with this violence. To our families, our communities that are in pain right now, that are suffering from whatever it is. I just, want you to know, as sure as I'm out here in this nature, as sure as the sun is shining above my head right now, that God is still, the universe is still in control. It's a balance that the earth is continuously making. So while man and all of these negative forces are doing these things that are causing us loss of life, stress, pressure, heartbreak, mourning, sadness, just know that no matter where we are, no matter what's going on, the sun is always shining. And that'll just give you a glimpse into our life, and that what we see here is flesh and blood, right? So I got a candle here. That's fire. I got the earth behind me. You see the trees blowing, that's the wind. And today joining us is Queen Tomasina Oliver, also known as Midwife T. And Midwife T is a doula. She is a herbal healer, a holistic healer. She is just a dynamic queen. You'll learn more about her, and of course, my good brother DJ Five Star. We're promoting the uh, Baltimore County African American Cultural Festival, which will be coming up next Saturday. That's right. And Freddie Jackson is the headliner, but it's a whole host of other entertainment, culture, art, food, good vibration, founded by our good queen, none other than Speaker of the State of Maryland House of Delegates, Adrian Jones. But right now, we can bring on this queen who is definitely complementing the earth, wind, and fire. And she's got the water over there with her. None other than, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on the Peace in the Morning show, but definitely not the last, Midwife T.
Bless, 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 and peace. Thank you for having me. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Five, check her out, man. This is our new queen on the scene, Midwife T, yo.
I'm trying to get us some sound effects up right now with to welcome her properly. Get some applause. There you go.
Thank you,
Applause out there.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Hey, look, she already know right. She already know how to like connect all the music, all the vibe. Like we already agreed that we're gonna have a dance off today. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely happening. So
yeah.
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and let you crank it up because it's Funky Friday, so we gotta give her a proper introduction.
Okay.
Yeah, so Five will take it away right now, y'all. Hey, share this show. We talking about health, how to take care of yourself, how to fall into health. So it's getting cold. You got the virus out here. We got to be able to take care of ourselves, right? And we're not talking short term. We're talking long term. We're talking for life. So when we come back, off this groove session that Five is gonna give us for Midwife T on her first time, on her inaugural time on the Peace in the Morning show. It's Funky Friday, baby. Let me show you what we
Sound vision.
Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. as soon as we walk in. I'm wearing Cuban links, designer mix, Inglewood's finest shoes. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself. Known to give the color red the blues. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jocking. Keep up. Players only. Come on, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe, so play.
DJ 5 Star.
Look out. Second verse for the hustlers, gangsters, bad. I cannot preach, I cannot preach. I gotta show them how a pimp get it in. First, take your sip, do your dip, spend your money like money ain't. Ooh, got to blame it on Jesus. Hashtag blessed. They ain't ready for me. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up.
5 Star.
So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jocking. Keep up. Players only. Come on, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Hey girls, what y'all trying to do? What you trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe, so play. Look out. Everywhere I go, they be like, ooh, so play. Everywhere I go, they be like, ooh, so play. Everywhere I go, they be like, ooh, so play. Now, watch me break it down like, 24 karat, 24 karat magic. What's that sound? 24 karat, 24 karat magic. Come on now. 24 karat, 24 karat magic. Don't fight the feeling, invite the feeling. Just put your pinky rings up to the moon.
Yeah, that's our jam right there, baby. Funky Friday. Y'all see 5, we getting it in. We got our queen in the scene. What's up, Melissa Brown? A piece of the morning. Yeah. Oh, come on, y'all. That's right. We gotta let that one ride a little bit. 20 more seconds for that jump. Come on.
Brother 5. Brother 5.
Good morning, Melissa. I seen you on the check-in. It's the vibe for me.
Yeah.
Justine, good morning. Peace and love.
Oh, yeah. Yes, Brother 5. DJ, hey.
Oh, they claimed our joint already.
5 Star.
That's right, we gonna rock this out. We'll share this show. Yeah.
Good morning, Jay. I see you on the check-in. I love the energy too.
Show up there. Share this show, baby. Get it on out. Get it on out. Come on, y'all. Funky Friday, baby.
2021, time to bring the light in. We gonna bring the light in, you know. DJ Khaled, I see you.
5-star.
Cooler Dre, I see you. Pristine Jewelers in the building. L Boogie, Lorena, Torellis, the Flies, let's get it.
Waiting on that sunshine, but I think I need that back. Can't do it like that. No one else gonna get it like that. So why are you yeah?
New song called Sunshine.
Who cares when it feels
It's called The Light. Sampled by the great Luther.
She want that old thing back. Pretty young thing, want that OG crack. Straight savage when I got my 50 on. Do the do say when it touch the deli on. She got a man and he stuck in the feds. Said he gon' kill me cause she up in my bed. We wear chains at the sight.
Nothing like the classics, though. Nothing like the classics. Good morning, Cheryl. Peace of the morning to you. Nothing like the classics.
DJ 5-star.
Go ahead, share this show to your page.
I can't fool myself, I don't want nobody else to ever love me. You are my shining star, my guiding light, my love fantasy. There's not a minute, hour, day or night that I don't love you. You're at the top of my list cause I'm always thinking of you. I still remember in the days when I was scared to touch you. How I spent my day dreaming, planning how to say I love you. You must have known that I had feelings deep enough to swim in. That's when you opened up your heart and you told me to come in. Oh my love.
Yo, we cranking this morning, yo.
There you go.
This from you is never too much.
Y'all better give it that Funky Friday, baby.
I just don't wanna stop. Oh my love. A million days in your arms is never too much. I just don't wanna stop. Never too much, never too much, never too much.
Yeah, what's up, what's up, what's up? Good morning, y'all. Peace in the morning. This is Darius A. Stanton with DJ 5-star. And Midwife T. And we're about to take you to a whole nother journey. So share this show, push it out there, because we need to save lives. And we're going to save lives with birth, right?
Yeah.
I called you
Yes.
up, you weren't
Yes.
there, and I was broken hearted. Hung like the phone, can't be too late. The boss is so demanding. Open the door up, and to my surprise, there you were standing. Who needs to go to work to hustle for another dollar? I'd rather be with you, cause you make my heart scream and holler. Love is a gamble, and I'm so glad that I am winning. We've come a long way, and yet this is only the beginning of my love.
What?
1,000 kisses from you is never enough. I just don't wanna stop. Oh, a million days in your arms is never enough.
I had to let 5 get it, because he over there cranking.
What? I know. Go DJ, go DJ, go. Go DJ, go DJ, go.
That's right, that's right.
It's a Funky Friday.
Yo.
I got in the mood there. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes.
I'm trying to tell you, it's Funky Friday, baby. Yo,
Oh,
that's
he
DJ
did the
5-star.
thing. He did the thing. 5
They
stars
call
for
him the
5. Wow, that was impressive and great. What a
So,
wonderful
Midwife T,
intro.
welcome
Yes.
to Funky Friday.
It's funky up in here.
Is it funky up in here or what?
It is funky up in here. I feel like I went to church.
Did we give you a proper introduction?
You know what? I'm right here with it. Thank you. Wow. Unforgettable.
No doubt. Well, thanks to all the Funky Friday crew that's checking in with us, sending us the love, the hearts, and all that. So we're gonna get right into it. We paid homage to our good and righteous ancestors because we know that we are so grateful for us being here as a result of that. David Witherspoon, thank you, brother, for being in there with us on the Too Funky, right? But we also want to let you know this is a 4-part series starting today, Falling into Health. And every week that we can have the queen, even if she's not on the entire show, we're going to have her on the show because we need Midwife T. Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, we even going to create a special show.
All right.
With Midwife T.
I'm with that.
We
have a lot. We have a lot to do.
We have a lot to do. So Midwife T. So today, sisters that are watching, beautiful sister Tracy Melton just joined. A lot of positive energy. Peace and love, queen.
Tracy. Peace
No
and
doubt.
love to all my sisters. Hello, and brothers. Hello.
So Midwife T, today we're going to talk about falling into health. I want everybody to share this show immediately right now. Don't hesitate. Tell your friends about it. Share it on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Push it out there because what we're going to talk about is 2 primary things. One is the health in the womb, right? Because we have a midwife, literally, who gave birth, but also helps birth, right? Oh, check her out, 5. Let me blow her up real quick on that joke right there.
Oh my goodness. That's Street Fighter right there. That's a Shadoogan.
Hey, look,
Yes.
and depending upon the head size, let me see you
That's
adjust
right.
for the head size.
Okay, you ready? Here you go.
Yeah.
Let me stop.
Right.
You're gonna make people scared of me.
So we're not even using that word. They're gonna just love all over you. That's all they're gonna do. They're gonna love.
Yes, I cancel that word. Yes.
There you go. So we're gonna talk about that, but then we're also going to talk about how we can protect ourselves and be healthy the natural way.
Yeah.
The natural way. So, Queen, tell us about you. I gave a brief introduction, but dig into, let the people know who you get the people out. Get the people what they want.
I got a little something I want to share with all of you, okay? Because this is about fall, right? I'm about to show you something. You see this right here?
Oh.
Yo, what's that? That look like something. Tell me something good. Ow, ow. What's that right there?
I'm moving in slow motion with it, like, hey.
I know, my mouth is starting to water in slow motion.
So we're talking about some sweet potatoes with some beta carotene, and use gluten-free flour to make the base, and get yourself some walnuts and some pecans and make your own milk and whip it up real good. And put either some of that great sugar cane juice or agave turbinado honey, whatever sweetener you like. And try not to bake it too much. You should have cooked the potatoes before you mixed them in, but straight into the fridge because we're trying to stay as least processed and cooked as possible. So that right there is just a sweet potato dessert. Yeah.
So do you bake that or what?
You can if you want to, but if you do eggless, no eggs, you don't have to bake it because you will have cooked the potatoes and just whipped it up and poured it on there. Stick it in the fridge.
Wow.
Yeah. So what we're used to is having food with stabilizers and hardeners and colorants and other type of artificial thickeners. You don't have to do that unless you want your food to look like what everybody else eats. So you have to remember to keep it in its natural state, which is why I was showing that, I didn't have to add anything to make it extra orange, and it's got allspice and cloves and nutmeg in it. It's going to be real good. I wish I could just push it through the screen and give everybody a little sample. But I want to encourage everybody to get into falling back into the gut and the body. And it starts with what you put in your mouth. It's nutrition. That's how we're going to heal ourselves. We're going to heal ourselves by eating good, really, really good food. Yeah. I can keep going.
So yeah, no, well, I want you to go because I want you
I'm
to
just
tell
getting
everybody,
started.
I love
Yeah.
how you used that food and brought that right on in to let them know that
Yeah,
all we need is nature.
that's right.
So started from the birth, right?
Okay.
And while the womb and protecting the womb, I
Yeah.
watched this. I saw this post some time ago. I'm gonna come back
Hmm.
on real quick. I saw this post
Yes.
some time ago that talked about um, people and having sex, right?
Okay.
And eating food. And they said that, really, we should be praying before we have sex, before we go into the womb,
Wow.
before we get into that sacred. So we praying over, they used the example of somebody's fried chicken. Of course, that's not anything we eat. Uh,
Right. Right.
but nevertheless, he said, well, we should be praying over before you go into the womb because it's such a sacred space. And because
Yes.
it's such a sacred space, in addition to praying for it, we should take care of it. And we should take care of the body and the temple that present, and not just the female. It's not just the female's
Right.
responsibility. Let me give you a little insight real quick. And,
Mm-hmm.
I told you all to share this show. There's going to be a lot of jewels dropped. So here's one jewel for you. So there are a lot of people that are addressing and concerned about the violence that's taking place in our community. And it's not just happening in the Black community. It's happening across the country, in rural areas, in schools, in malls. But in particularly, we're going to focus this morning on the African American community. There's a
That's right.
common denominator with regard to the violence that you see. It's very simple. If you don't believe me, go look it up, do the research,
Yes.
go look at the exact addresses of where these shootings are taking place. And
Right.
what I will guarantee you, because I've done the research, I have a master's degree in health and human service administration
Mm.
from the Lincoln University. And they taught me how to do research, and they taught me
Mm.
the value of systems and thinking critically. So what I want you to do is I want you to go look at the addresses and the locations of these murders and these shootings and
Mm.
homicides inside of our city. And what you'll
Mhm.
find, cities, and what you'll find more times than not is a liquor store very, very, very close to where these shootings are taking place.
Right.
You can look at the District of Columbia. You can look at Prince George's County. You can look at Oakland. You can look at Jackson, Mississippi. You can look anywhere, Chicago,
Mm.
anywhere where you see an enormous amount of shootings and
Mm.
violence and homicide. There are liquor stores close to it. During the pandemic, when it first hit last year, they closed almost everything, but they didn't close the liquor store.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't they close the liquor store? Because liquor stores, alcohol, weakens the immune system. It not only weakens the immune system, but it has lead in it. Lead poisoning is what's taking place. And what
Mm.
happens with lead is it creates attention deficit disorder. It creates depression. It gives suicidal tendencies. Um, I already mentioned weakens the immune system. And 40 to 60% of homicides, 40 to 60% of rapes or sexual assaults, 40, 60% of domestic violence takes place with alcohol
Mm.
present. The person who inflicted the pain, the perpetrator of those acts, were consuming alcohol at least 50% of the time. And I said 40 to 60 because some of them are 40,
Right.
50, 40. That's why I gave the range. But that's one out of two.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. So when we wondering why and we looking for strategies, remove the liquor stores. In some cities, they have more liquor stores than are over the legal limit. Like in my own Charm City, more liquor stores, over 325 liquor licenses over the legal limit of the amount of liquor stores that should be there. So I wanted to give you that quick public service announcement. Like I said, share this show because we're going to drop some jewels. And we got 30 more minutes to rock your socks off your shoes now. And
I
we're going
have
to come on back to...
I just learned two incredible things. One, I didn't know they could data how many stores per capita. I didn't know that. Like you said, there's a legal limit. I didn't know that
That's
because
right. So you know how you have liquor boards, right?
sure, sure.
And you have liquor licenses. So
Hmm.
there's a limit that you're supposed to have of liquor licenses within a certain geographical area.
Yeah, that's what I
And
just learned
it's been
that.
exceeded. It's been exceeded, and they
Mm.
voted to exceed it.
Wow. And I want to add something to what you said. It wasn't just the liquor stores that were staying open during the shutdown. Chick-fil-A was open. The lines were backed up and wrapped around the corner. All the fast foods, McDonald's. So, what is the message, right? And much like the liquor stores, there's McDonald's usually very closely related to what's going on in our neighborhoods as well. Um, but again, I'm not going to go against anyone's capitalism, so I want to make sure that I say that to cover the fact that I'm not attacking either one of those industries. I want that perfectly clear. People eat what they choose to eat, but this is a show about health and access to good health and making good choices. So fall is coming, and in mentioning the liquor stores, what do we do when we have our holiday seasons? When Thanksgiving comes and Christmas comes and the New Year's is
Mm.
one of the big ones, we like to drink. A lot of our family members, a lot of people who are closely associated with some of the losses that we're having. There are relatives and people that we love. So for the Black community, for me, um,
So
the
should we?
brother.
So as you get into it, I just want to make sure you address whether or not, with COVID running rampant and people still getting sick and people
Mhm.
still dying, both vaccinated and unvaccinated. Um, would you suggest that Black people or anybody, any human being, during COVID, um, I know you probably would say not to drink alcohol because you're a vegan, but should people particularly drink during the season, knowing that alcohol weakens the immune system? And let me ask, does alcohol weaken the immune system?
And so we have data and facts. Everybody can Google the answer to a couple of those questions, and you'll find out, point blank simple. Does it weaken the immune system? It does. Is that going to stop the partaking of it? I don't know. It depends on how
How
conscious
serious
you
you are about whether or not
how
you want to be healthy?
absolutely, absolutely, and I feel the same way about being prepared with your immune system. I don't get into who's been vaccinated, who isn't vaccinated. It's just point blank simple. We have an immune system that's powerful and incredible, and if you could take some time to look at the body and recognize that it can only use what it's given to protect itself. And so if it's going to be Courvoisier or something, let me stop naming people. I'm sorry. Let me pull that back. Y'all didn't hear that. You didn't hear that. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. And don't have anybody call me if you got an uncle that works for ABC in Virginia. And don't call me. Don't start it. Don't start and there won't be none because I got the data supporting me to back me up, right? Till the stats go down, I feel like I have a right to say what's happening in my community. So, but yeah, you got to want to get it in, and then your body will take over and do the rest. And that's been a testimony for so many people who are super diligent and trying to be disciplined. I won't say that even within my own personal household, that there's no alcohol. But what I will tell you is every time you choose to put something in your mouth, because he was going to talk about he mentioned some birth stuff a little bit earlier, and I can jump into that and segue. But whatever goes into this mouth right here, yeah, woman, I'm talking to you. You have another mouth, and you have to feed it good stuff. So we got to make some better choices. Brother Darius, you mentioned a couple of things, and I can't go into too many details for the sake of time, but I want it noted that this is a mouth, and you take really good care of it because you don't want your breath to smell bad. You don't want your teeth to fall out. You don't want your tongue looking flaky. You don't want your gums eroding. So we need to also get the nutrition and the proper care package for the other mouth in our body, women. I won't drop the V word too many times, but anatomy suggests that we need to take care of our bodies.
Well,
And
no,
our
it's not. This is health. We're saving people's lives. So
okay,
you can
great.
say vagina.
Okay.
Well,
Well, I
please,
didn't
by
want to
all
say.
means.
Look, I didn't want to say vagina because most of us know it by other names. I was just gonna go street with it, but now that you told me I gotta be formal,
Hey, five. Hey, five.
I
She
was
said she was
wondering.
gonna go straight with it.
I
Hey, look,
sure
we saving
was.
lives.
I
We
Power
saving
of
lives.
the. Okay, let me stop.
Yeah, right there. See, conviction set in, and ancestor said, "Wait, T, wait." But at the end of the day, you got to take care of your vagina like you take care of your mouth. It's another opening in the body, and it needs attention. But you don't have to be you don't have to be renegade with it, ladies. It's simple. Whatever you put in this mouth is a reflection of what's going on in that mouth, and just keep it right there, and then you're good. You know? So when you get ready to put, I don't care if it's cigarettes, whatever it is. If you're going to put it in this mouth, it's a reflection of what's going on down there in that mouth. Is that safe to say? Is that okay for me to say that? All right. And so also to go a little bit further too, I think that washing your hands was just like an overstatement for something that should be occurring every day anyway. And we tend to do a lot of cleaning in my home on Saturdays, weekends when people are off. So you got this deep cleaning that needs to go on in your home space. That has to increase in frequency to cut down on things that cause problems with your immune system, as well as contracting viruses and bacteria. This particular virus is not just singled out, but in the fall, there's always usually flu viruses that pop up. So I'm asking everybody to just be conscious of making sure that you touch water, get in water, let water get into you. Drink a lot of water. Why? Because you can get dehydrated in the winter, and it's not as easily to diagnose it as it is in the summer when you're sweating because you're getting cooler and you're cold. And we also know that time is about to go back as well. Every year we have the spring forward and the fall backwards. So when fall goes back in time, you'll be having a little bit more time of dark hours. It's going to get chilly. We're headed towards winter. So I just want everybody to protect themselves and be open to listen and learn about new things and new ways to keep your body strong. We've always talked about vitamin C. We don't talk enough about oregano oil. We always mention, like I said, vitamin A and beta carotene. But some of us are heavy hitters in nutrition, and we've been like vegans or vegetarians for over 20, 30 years. We're models and examples of what that should be. And sometimes I find myself torn because I am treating somebody who has been a vegan or vegetarian for 20, 30 years, but they have fibroids and they have other issues in feminine care. And I have to address those issues when they come to me. And so we have to really, really look at our diets closely. And I'm not saying that diet is the only reason that's there. No, I'm not saying that at all. But that is your strongest reinforcement of a healthy body. You're in complete control of what you put in your mouth. And we just have to take ownership for that. And I feel like that's what's important. Be willing to be open and change your mind about doing things the way we used to do it. And don't be afraid to shift and switch up. That's empowerment. You know?
Well, and it's especially now that we have, that people are so concerned. In so many instances, people are being consumed with fear, and as a result of that, the question though is, what are you going to do about it? And you have an opportunity to do something different, with regards to what we eat. One of the themes of our show, The Lights of the Round Table, is you are what you digest. And you talked about, what you put into your mouth goes to your brain, to your heart. It goes to your gene pool. And what you need to be able to protect yourself, your natural immune system, is so important that you feed it. So talk to us about what you can feed. Mothers can feed themselves to prepare and themselves as mothers. And the reason why I keep talking about mothers, because when we talk about pregnancy, when single dads, teenage moms, we don't talk about the father, and understand that the father, also his sperm can be intoxicated, right?
Yes.
The same way that, you have fetal syndrome, alcohol fetal syndrome,
Yes. Yes. Fetal alcohol syndrome.
fetal
Yep.
alcohol syndrome,
Yeah.
which is basically a drunk egg. But then think about the sperm being intoxicated. And so
Right.
now in that same community that I talked about that has an enormous amount of liquor stores. So you've
Right.
got liquor from the mother, liquor from the father, which is led from the father's seed, the
Liquor to the
sperm,
baby. That's right.
liquid and to the baby. And so now the baby is floating around in alcohol, literally,
Yes.
which is
And they're
weakening its
born.
immune system. So what can we
Absolutely.
do as a solution? What can we do? What can we eat to help boost our immune system naturally for the long term?
So, what I would love for people to do, the audience that's listening, I would like for you to look up things like beta glucan. Some of you don't know what that is. Go look it up. And I also want you to look at colloidal silver. And I also want you to look at beyond the echinacea and the golden seal. Like I said, look up the oregano oil. Um, a
What
lot
is
of
that? You said
people,
beta what? Spell it. The last one, beta.
sure, glucan, glucan. Beta glucan. It's a supplement. Um, and I also want people to look up a lot of things that are listed under what they call antioxidants. I think we're at a state of emergency, and I concur with Brother Darius, whereby normally you'll hear about vitamin C, but do you know that you can take up to 10,000 milligrams of vitamin C for certain viruses? A lot of people will creep. They'll do like 250 milligrams of vitamin C. You're not going to get anywhere with 250 milligrams of vitamin C. If you're feeling flu symptoms, don't be afraid to take 5,000 milligrams in the morning, 5,000 milligrams before you go to bed. Usually it's ascorbic acid. That's like the quickest accessible form of vitamin C. But you can also get vitamin C crystals. Vitamin C comes in a liquid form. And you can also get a blend, which typically will come with like elderberry syrup and zinc. And you'll see a lot of that in the stores. They pretty much go off the shelf pretty quick. They start as we start getting into winter. So those are just a few of the benefits that people can access and get some really good healthy responses from. When I mentioned the colloidal silver, I want to go into that a little bit. Mucus and phlegm. Colloidal silver is excellent for that. Now, it comes measured in what we call ppms, parts per million. And a lot of times we'll see 3 in front of that, or 5 and 10 in front of that. What you want to do is talk to somebody, either a pharmacist or wherever you're purchasing this. I love to go to Dynamic Wellness myself, which is in DC. If you're in that area, in the Washington, DC metro area, that's a really great place to go to and pick up some of those types of things. And what can you do with colloidal silver? You can dilute it, little drops in the water. You can also put it in your eyes when you get mucus. You can also put drops in your nose. Sometimes there's a combination of colloidal silver and a pinch of sea salt in about a quarter cup of water. And what that does is create a colloidal silver and saline solution. And you can use that to gargle with. And if you swallow a little bit, it's not going to kill you and put you in the grave. Incidentally, there was a gentleman that was in the news not too long ago for ingesting too much colloidal silver. His body started turning blue and purple, and he was taking like cups of it a day. So I always want to caution people, moderation is the key. Do your homework. We Google a lot of things. Make sure you Google and research some of the things I'm talking about. But we have a lot of resources outside of just taking vitamins. We know about echinacea. Echinacea is one of those herbs that to me is like a catalyst herb. If you mix echinacea with something else, it can boost that herb and make it adapt. Like ashwagandha is really good for the immune system. A combination of those two seem to do great. added with some CoQ10. So that was ashwagandha and CoQ10 put together and mix those up with the echinacea, and it gives it a little bit of a boost. You can do capsule form, herbs itself, pill form. Um, I just really want everybody to access some of the things I just mentioned. There's so many more out there. In fact, I have a class I'll be teaching soon, and I elaborate a little bit more about holistic health. But
Tell us about the class.
Tell us about the class. Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what. Before we do that, let's just take a quick break. I'm going to put up
Absolutely.
elderberry and echinacea, ashwagandha and echinacea,
Yeah.
ashwagandha and echinacea, colloidal silver. We have a ton of
Elderberry,
vitamin C, elderberry,
That's
and
right.
zinc.
That's right.
We got colloidal silver. They're all in the chat. And we've got a question for you from Rodell Wright and from Tunnel Vision. I read a study that most over-the-counter supplements, pills, do not break down in the body. Can you address this? And we're actually going to address it. Would you mind answering that question?
Do you want me to wait till after the break or now?
Yeah, we're gonna take a quick break. And after we take that break, we're gonna take that quick break. And once we take that, we're gonna come right back and get into it, right?
DJ 5, break.
Break up.
I'm not as good as you, but
I know, right? 5's tough. Here we go. This is one of our sponsors. We'll be right back with the Peace in the Morning Show, Funky Friday, Fall into Health with Midwife T. All right, welcome back. This is Darius A. Stanton with DJ 5 Star. Yeah, and our queen, Midwife T. So, Midwife T, thanks again for joining us here on the Peace of the Morning Show on Funky Friday, Falling into Health. And you gave a lot of great information. You gave a number of things. I asked the question, what are some things that can build our immune system? And as Tracy Melton said, there are a number of viruses that come back every year. And one is the flu is a great example around this time of year. Mm-hmm. And so, these things will protect you from flu, pneumonia, and any other disease based on just doing what it is that you need to do. One, you got to clean your body out. So we definitely have to detox. Part of that detox is removing parasites from the body. But let's get into the question asked before the break by Rodell Wright. And he said, he read a study that most over-the-counter supplements, pills, do not break down in the body. Can you address this?
Yes, and that is true. So there's a couple of reasons why, though. It's not just the fact that it's in a pill form, and I'm talking about a hard tablet or a pill. It's also about your actual, what people will call a gut, or your intestines, and your ability to absorb from the stomach what you're taking in. This has to do with enzymes in the body, and it also has to do with your flora. And flora refers to the amount of bacteria that's healthy in your gut and how that will help to digest your food. So digestion is a process that can be hindered if we're not eating the proper foods and don't have adequate nutrition already stored up when we take vitamins and pills to break it down. The second part of that is you can always crush a pill. There used to be these little cup looking, it used to be like a little cup, and it would have a stick in it. And some of you have seen that before. It's called an apothecary cup. And we used to put pills in there or hard substances, anything from chunks of clay to certain other types of rocks and minerals. And we would grind them up with this pestle. It's like a hard stick, or sometimes now they make them out of marble, stainless steel, clay. It's different things. But they would take these apothecary cups and they would grind until you had a powdered substance of whatever you needed, including loose herbs. And then you could take them into the body without having to worry about the assimilation and your body having to break down the casing of some of these pills. So I do recommend that even a back of a spoon or something, certain pills you can break. I will give you a caution. Do your research and study, because if it's an acidic type of base that they're using, it's going to taste awful and it's going to burn the back of your neck and it's going to feel awful. That would be something like some of the vitamin C. If you were to crush them, and if you've never done this before, you find out real quick that it can burn a little bit because it's super acidic and that causes damage to the throat. So you have to use a little wisdom there. But capsules are great. You just take them apart. You can put them on top of something like applesauce or something else smooth and swallow them down. So a lot of people for years have always just taken things apart or broken them up. We're really good at in our I can't hear a little bit. I'm sorry, everybody. Okay, I'm better now. In our culture and in our traditions within our communities, we've always been able to mix and match different types of vitamins and herbs and come up with something that works really good for the body. I feel like there's a little, not even a little, but I feel like there's a miniature chemist in each and every one of us. And our melanin can be a great director and guide for what we need. One of the most powerful immune boosters during the wintertime is vitamin D. And you're going to hear a lot more about vitamin D, especially for pediatrics, as a mandate to give to babies. You're going to hear more about it for mothers and maternal health because they're recommending that we get more vitamin D. And what we're starting to see is that the pineal gland also accesses vitamin D. And then there's other functions within the body that helps to utilize vitamin D. But the sun, as you know, is one of our biggest assets. When you have a lot of pigmentation and melanin and you're able to absorb those rays and your body knows what to do with it. Here's one interesting tip. Oh, sure.
No, go ahead. You go ahead to your interesting tips.
Yeah,
What I was about to ask is this halo above my head, as you can see.
Yes, yes. I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
I'm sharing it. It's on the World Wide Web. So no need to be jealous. You got it. If I got it, you got it just like that.
No, I'm just ready. I'm ready to run outside. I'll take it through the screen for now, but I'm ready to get out there in it. Okay.
So tell us about that. You know, when you hear about vitamin D and the sun and connecting, you know, give us an inkling on that. And just for those of you who just can't wait for 5 to crank it up again, we're gonna make sure he crank it up before we get out of this hour.
Oh, yes.
So no doubt.
But one of the things I was going to say about vitamin D is it's amazing and powerful as an antioxidant. I don't know that it's listed often as an antioxidant, but I have seen great and phenomenal benefits with taking an amount of vitamin D that would be totally questionable with the current data that we have. You have to keep the context of which these studies are done. You have to remember and look at the sources of the information that you get when you're Googling. And you also have to maintain what I call an Afro-centered mindset. What do you need for your body? What does your body say it needs? If someone else is taking 100 milligrams of something, or in this case, if we're talking about vitamin D, it would be in what you call IU, that's international units. 400 is standard to take every day. But there are studies that show that 10,000 IU of vitamin D can cure rickets and other bone and joint disorders in children as well as adults. And then in pregnancy, there's even larger doses that have been taken. And I am not advocating for this because you're not going to find data on it when you search. But I have seen complete turnaround with healthcare issues, things like psoriasis and eczema, with people taking almost 20,000 international units of vitamin D. There was a study done years ago where they were saying that it interrupted the ability of your liver and gallbladder and caused problems. It's been the longest time before anyone's really done a positive study on the gallbladder. Usually it gets removed and discarded as an unknown organ in the body that doesn't have a purpose. But we found out now that that's not really true. So be careful where you get your information from. But there are studies out there that show larger doses of vitamin D can be very beneficial.
So the antioxidant, can you break the word antioxidant down? You gave us some dynamic information. Also, please tell us about your upcoming event and how we can put the email in the chat so people can email you to get the information on how to attend your upcoming classes.
Yes, if you email me at dr, like Darius, R as in like Roadrunner, and then a dot, and the word midwife, MIDWIFE at live.com. Hopefully, if I remember, I'll say it again. I can send you some information about the conference, and you can decide if you want to attend. It's 2 days, 2 separate parts. One discusses advanced holistic health. That's for somebody who knows a little bit about health, might even have a credential in, say, like massage therapy, Reiki, already a holistic health practitioner, and you just want to brush up and then take it up another level and bring some things current into your practice. And it's also for people who are just super healthy and conscious that feel like they just need a boost in their current information and or their documents or whatever they use for studying. The other thing I was going to say is antioxidants. So that's anything that you want to take that will help to put, that's my son, I'm sorry. Antioxidants would be anything that you want to use that can actually help to improve the health of your body. Normally it's the vitamins. I always keep things in my head like a pattern, and I'm a big geometry person. So like ACE is ACE, vitamin A, C, and E, those are antioxidants. So the ACE is I call that like the ACE, like an ACE is in a card. That's an optimal health combination of antioxidants. There's a lot of them. You can look them up. But the basic purpose of an antioxidant is to help assimilate other things that you take into your body to help prevent the body from getting cancers and growths. And, there's always more to these processes when I'm talking on a radio show. I wish I had more time to break it down. If you come to the class, I can break it down on the chemistry level. But right now, I just want you to have the information and to start your own
break it down.
Self-care.
You don't need to go, so you can do it right now. No, I'm just joking. No.
Self-care,
So come to the class.
self-care.
You put it up in the chat. I put it out there.
Yeah.
Vitamin A, C, and E.
You.
We're going to do a show on antioxidants.
Okay.
That's going to be a part of our immune system builder, antioxidants, so people can understand, know how to cook with it. 4-5 gives us a crank session. Show them real quick, your delicious treat that you made.
Oh yeah. There you go. Hey.
And break it down. What's
in the kitchen. Get in the kitchen and make your own. It's sweet potato casserole of sorts, but it's like a pie. Little squares, and it has whipped cream on top. And I like the song. Hey. Get yourself some of this and put some spices in it. Also good for the immune system, cinnamon. Get you some allspice. Get you some cloves. All of that. That chai tea, that's so good for your immune system. Get some in this winter. Take care of yourselves, everybody. And I look forward to coming back to your show. Thank you.
Oh, it's such a pleasure. Hey, give us some hearts, y'all. Give us some hearts. Give us some love. Share this show. Push it out there right now. We at the 1 hour mark, so we're gonna get on up, y'all. We're gonna crank it on up.
Thank you, DJ 5.
5-star.
Wow, great information. Cook Islands. Yeah, so what are the Cook Islands doing? We definitely have to look into that. Thank you so much for sharing. Thanks for all the folks who shared the show. We really appreciate it. Make sure you push it out there. Get it out. We need to know how to take care of ourselves. As a number of people said, we already had people dying. 1.7 million people died in 2019 of diabetes, heart disease, cancer, and obesity. Right, 1.7 million people in 2018, in 2016. So we have a lot of things that are killing us. This is not the only thing that we're dealing with. And so put our focus on your optimal health, and that'll take care of your optimal wealth and your family, right? So Midwife T. Hey, Five. Are we keeping Midwife T 5?
I like it.
Okay. Thank you.
And it's Funky Friday, and Midwife T, not only can she cook it up, not only can she wrap it up.
Oh, what? Huh? What we doing? What we doing? Come on, DJ Five. Let's go. You ready? Up. Here we go. I'm getting ready.
Funky Friday, baby. Hey, if you ready to groove, make your body move, it's the Piece of the Morning Show, Funky Friday. We got a groove for you. It's called DJ 5 Star.
That's right. Baltimore County African American Culture Festival will be live at Patriots Plaza in Towson, Maryland. We need to see you there. I'll give you some quick details real quick. That's 401 Bosley Avenue, Towson, Maryland, 21204. Right between Pennsylvania and Chesapeake Avenues. It's a 5K run in the morning. Darius will be hosting Education Village that opens up at 10 a.m. We got an engagement. Stage starts hot at 12. We got Panama Band, the Spindles, a secondary stage with Lee Michaels, and a whole gospel extravaganza. We got headline in the main stage, Freddie Jackson.
What?
For old time's sake. It's the 25th year. We gave out 25 scholarships for the 25th year.
Bob, we got any more space on the second stage for any entertainers or artists?
Absolutely. Well, the second stage was actually for DJs, but if somebody wants to come on with a track show, we have
a track show. Yeah, we got a track artist, a hot sister coming out of the DC 3G area. Yeah, she on fire. I'm gonna send you her info.
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna connect you with Mr. Skinner. David Skinner's running. It's a team effort. It's a 501c3 board, volunteer board. So we need all your support, all your help,
and your resources. Tell them how they can donate, Five.
Yep, look at that link tree. That is a website. You can type in on your URL just linktr.ee/BCAAC Fest. That simple. We need you.
Hey, that's right. We definitely need you. We need you to be out there. So we want to see you in the place to be. Make sure you get out there, check out DJ 5-Star and all the wonderful folks that are, going to be participating. You already heard, the brother Freddie Jackson is the headliner. The music is incredible all day long, 2 stages, food, vendors, so people are definitely going to be focused on living healthy, wealthy, and in abundance. And so, congratulations on being the chair of this phenomenal festival to you and the dynamic team, to our queen over there, Mr. Haces. Let her know I'm working again to make sure that, as usual, we come through with some tablets or laptops for our young people, because I know she's counting on me. So one way or the other,
about you all the time.
we're going to make sure we get something out there, something for our young people that's going to help them get to the next level. So scholarships, you all give away scholarships every year.
Yep. 25 scholarships this year for the 25th year. 25 scholarships.
Wow. Incredible. So we are so excited. My good brother also let us know there's a meet and greet for happy hour for delegates Shanika Henson, Annapolis Town Center, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. today. Definitely going to work to make that. Delegate Henson is a powerful delegate in the city of Annapolis. A lot of good people. When you have good people out there, go support them, contribute to them. Don't just talk about it. Don't just post. Give them resources. Put your financial energy into them, because the negative forces have a lot of money to help a lot of people who don't want good things to happen to us.
Right.
Or they're more concerned, let me say it this way, they're more concerned about making financial gain than people living and breathing and doing well. So please give to people like Delegate Henson. Thanks so much for sharing that, Brodell Wright. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your support and the tunnel vision. DJ 5-Star, thanks, brother. Love you, man. We had a funky Friday day. Make sure you share this show. Make sure you get it out there. And as we say, we're going on a 2021-22 tour. It's called Be Bold for Good. Yeah.
That's audio score.
Peace to the Morning Show. We appreciate y'all. We love you. And we out of here. Hey, next Friday, Funky Friday on the Peace of the Morning Show, part 2 of Fall Into Health. Remember, good health, good spirit, good wealth. Love you. Peace in the morning.